said, this will be their first fight, possibly two more for the winner. This is the equivalent, really, Howard, of a quarter-final.
It is. Each one of these fights is going to be like a mini main event. As you can see there, Nil goes straight on the attack there. Nil Wud's powerful, powerful body.
Yes, and it's worth mentioning here, under the K-1 rules, there will be no elbows thrown. We will see none of the traditional Thai throws, and they won't be allowed to prolong the clinches, will they?
Not long, no. They are allowed to knee. They are also allowed to knee to the face, but the referee will not keep them in the clinch for long. Not in the K-1 rules. I
must say, Howard, as you said, Nil Wud's is looking sharp there. He's rocked Nil Jukes' head back a couple of times.
He looks a lot stronger than Nil Jukes, doesn't he, Nil Wud's? Far more experienced. Let's see how he gets on.
Now, I find for Nil Jukes the problem at the moment, as we saw there, he takes that punishment, he stands there, then he comes back. Maybe he should be looking to get a bit of range and work his way in now, rather than take this punishment.
That's right, that's right. You've got to get the points up with only 3 rounds to go. If he goes 2 rounds down, he's going to be out in the first round.
Well, he's putting on a gutsy display. He's constantly walking forward, but the problem for him is he's walking onto some very good techniques by Nil Wud's.
He is.
And he does look strong, Howard. He looks fit. He looks really ready for this contest.
He looks a lot heavier than Nil Jukes, but obviously with a 70-kilo max, they must be very close to the same weight. Although Nil looks a lot bigger and stronger.
He does, and just then he had a superb right knee to the midsection, followed by a kick to the thigh. And what's impressed me about Wud's work at the moment is he's gone up and down the body. He hasn't focused on one area.
He is a lot more experienced than Nil Jukes, and it's showing a little bit here. Nil needs to up his work rate and just go at Nil Wud's.
Yes, having said that, some good combination work there by Nil Wud's. And again, we must stress under these K-1 rules, it's very much like the boxing, 3-minute rounds. How much of a difference will that make to these lads, Howard?
A dramatic difference. Again, they've got to be careful. One of these guys is going to be coming out to fight again, but a good shot there from Nil Jukes. He's coming back a little bit now. I think he's settling down slightly.
That was his first good shot of the competition there. Nice left hook, very short, found its target.
As you can see, the referee doesn't allow him to clinch for long.
What are your views on that, Howard? I feel from an outsider's point of view, seems to make for a very exciting competition.
It does. It's a very good idea. The Japanese don't like the clinch too much, and if two fighters... Oh, what a fantastic jump in near there from Nil Wud's.
Yes, as Howard was explaining the K-1 rules, one of the things that's made famous in the K-1 was perfectly demonstrated there by Nil Wud's. A jumping knee.
A jumping knee to the face, one of the famous Japanese sort of moves there from the K-1 rules.
And a beautiful left uppercut. You've got to admire Nil Jukes. He's stuck in, he's working hard, but at the moment the cleaner, crisper work is coming from Wud's.
He definitely needs to up his work rate. I think obviously Nil Wud's is definitely taking this first round. There we go, end of round 1.
And as Howard said that, a beautiful right-handed gain from Nil Wud's, catches Nil Jukes. So really, Howard, I think we'd be in agreement in saying a big opening round for Wud's.
A big opening round for Nil Wud's, definitely. Nil Jukes is going to have to up his work rate dramatically. I think get some knees going, punches, low kicks, just to even match Nil Wud's.
Yes, as we can see from here, beautiful right cross there, Howard, and he looks strong and he moves in quickly when he senses that movement, doesn't he? He came in nicely there.
He looks bigger, he looks stronger, he's possibly got a larger reach advantage to Nil Jukes, so Nil Jukes is going to be up against it for this next 2 rounds, I'm sure.
Now, having said that, with Nil Jukes, that's quite an impressive corner, isn't it?
It is. Kirkwood and Winston Walker, both former world champions themselves, so he's in good hands in the red corner there.
Second round.
Well, as Howard said there, Nil Jukes in good hands, but it's Nil Wud's that's in the ascendancy. Very good, strong opening round. Let's see what Jukes can bring back. Oh, as we say that, big right hand and then a right roundhouse to the face as well.
Nil Wud's is taking it straight to Nil Jukes. Nil Jukes doesn't look really as if he's recovered fully from the first round.
And again there, Howard, I saw his legs are wobbling there. And he's taken it to the body as well, but there was a big right hand.
It was.
Right roundhouse to the face and then the jumping knee.
I don't think Nil Jukes is quite ready for such a blistering opening sort of session from Nil Wud's.
And he's very badly marked under that right eye. big swelling coming up under the right eye of Nil Jukes. Now there's been a torrid opening for him, and it's certainly got no better in the second round. They're above our commentary position now, and Howard, that eye's swelling rapidly.
It is. He's going to have to really work on his guard now, although he needs to attack. He's one round down, and so far it's not looking good for Nil Jukes.
No, Nil Wud's doing everything right at the moment. He's a confident young man in the ring. Jukes is still firing back, but the cleaner work coming from Woods. And again, the big right hand. As you said before, Howard, I want to pick you up on it. He seems stronger.
You can see physically, he's just a larger guy all round. His technique is better, his strength is better, he has a wider reach advantage, but that's what you get with the K-1 win.
Yes, and I feel as well his experience paying off. He looks very calm. He's picked his shots. Because although what I like about Woods in this opening fight is although he's picked his shots, his work rate's also been good, hasn't he?
He has, but you can see he's been careful. He's not firing too hard because he knows the injuries have to be apparent in this. He can't come to the next fight with a nasty shin injury or a lump on his face or something like that. So
that's right.
He's doing a perfect job here.
That's one of the most exciting things about the K-1 eliminations. It doesn't just end after these 3 rounds. If he gets through, he's got another fight and possibly another. And as you said, any sort of injuries, whether it's the swelling we're seeing to Nil Jukes now, or bone injury or cartilage damage, you've got to carry that forward or quit.
That's right. You can see the damage to Nil Jukes' face already. If for some miraculous reason Nil Jukes manages to knock Neil out, then
yes, as Howard said that, you've got the all because it's another right roundhouse that found the target. And to me, the problem for Nil Jukes is very, very simple. Nil Wud's is finding the target far too consistently.
I think it's the strength and the reach advantage that Neil has, and obviously his past experience over Nil Jukes definitely coming out here in the second round.
Yes, Jukes is looking very rough around the edges, very worn, but you've got to admire his chin. I mean, he's taken some cracking shots there, Howard. And again, another one that staggered, but he stays on his feet.
He's an ISKA British champion. Every single man in this tournament tonight is a champion.
That's right. Just to remind you, Nil Wud's Waco Pro European welterweight champion. And as Howard told us, Nil Jukes, the ISKA British light middleweight champion. So, maybe lacking experience, but certainly not quality as a title holder.
Correct.
But another big round there for Nil Wud's. And as Nil Jukes goes back to his corner, what have they got to tell him? He's got 1 round left, he's banged up. If he wins, as you said, he's got another fight to go with that damage. He's really in a no-win situation, isn't he?
He is, he's in a no-win situation. He has to knock Neil out.
Well, as we can see from the replay there, beautiful right hand, and he follows it up, Howard, with this roundhouse. Bang on the money.
You can see the supreme power that Nil Wood has over Nil Jukes.
Yes, they're working on the face of Jukes there, but under that right eye there's a growing swelling, as we can see there, Howard.
You can imagine having to come out again to fight in the semi-final and possibly the final with swelling like that. It's not going to be easy.
And this is the problem we face, is the accuracy of Woods and Howard.
Ladies and gentlemen, your support for the 2 warriors eliminated.
So here we go, a first round elimination in the K-1 Women's 8-man tournament. 3rd and final round. And what's been a scintillating fight between Nil Wud's from Liverpool and Nil Jukes from Wolverhampton. And sadly for Jukes, really, Howard has been one-way traffic.
I think all Nil Woods has to do is just survive this next round, and it's in the bag. He's in the semi-final.
Yes, and looking at the fighter right above our commentary position, he's relatively unmarked as well at the moment. This must stand him in good stead.
Good. I think he's just warming up. It's round 3, and just teeing off as he likes.
Yes, good combinations. Jammed the knee with his own knee there. And when you look around his body as well, there's not much swelling, there's not much red welts. He's coming through remarkably unscathed.
He is. He's in extremely good physical condition, which is like a body armour, if you like. The more muscular, the less damage you're going to take.
Well, if there's any consolation for Nil Jukes, because I think it'd be a miracle if he gets the knockout now, and under his cheek is swelling quite grotesquely now, is he's shown remarkable character, remarkable resilience against a man with more experience. I mean, you've got to take your hat off to him in terms of the way he stepped in there.
He's a champion. And he still remains a champion. His title isn't on the line, so he's going to give the best performance he can, and he's doing awesomely well just to stay in there with him.
Yes, a little grin there, but he grinned as he took another right hand. And I think it was more a grin of acceptance to say, yep, I'm taking that again, and there's more to come.
I think Nil Jukes knows his K-1 experience is over for this one, but he'll come back, he'll fight again.
Yes, 3-minute rounds here. Third final again, a beautiful short left hook, catches Jukes on the jaw, which is opening now. He's staggering. It's taking his toll, this punishment. This could be the finish, Howard.
Could be. Oh, fantastic left roundhouse kick to the head. Nil Woods just, like I say, teeing off. Oh, another fantastic right roundhouse kick.
Well, there you go in the space. Oh, there's the one to it. It's finally
That's it.
contact. Here's one to the legs.
And the referee's called it off.
Yes, as Howard said, left leg to the head, right leg to the head, and finally Nil gave in when it was a crashing kick to the thigh.
It was a lovely, beautiful Thai technique, right to the thigh, but before that, a fantastic left and right roundhouse kick right to the face.
As Edward's in the replay here, he goes for the kill now, Howard, and he's quite clinical when he goes in there, isn't he?
He knows exactly what he's doing. Look at that, roundhouse to the body. Follows in the wins, roundhouse kick to the head, body shot again. And then bam, that roundhouse kick to the head.
He's still on his feet remarkably, but it's the other one to the thigh. He'd taken the leg damage, and I think that's a very good stoppage by John Blackish, because
Excellent call.
there was at least 40 seconds to a minute left there.
Referee stops the fight so that the fighter in the red corner doesn't take any more punishment.
So, indeed, applause for two worthy opponents within the ring, but after